happened with me and my family. I went to visit my sister. She's visiting her daughter from, hi, one more minute, from India. She came down. She asked us to come for get together, and I'm going to show you our picture, and I'll describe what was my experience like, and the dynamics we played. So originally, I think it's like a reintegration trauma. That's what I feel. I find what I think of my family is not what they think of me.
Right. Yeah,
okay. Totally so to that. So that's my father, my sister, my goddaughter, and myself, all four. And in the background is lone cypress tree. And my dad mentioned that he's the lone cypress tree because they have preserved it for 250 years and they want to maintain it for another 50 years. So he says he wants to take care of us on our future and himself for another 50 years by giving us a grounded structure. But what happened initially was when I flew in, we had such a big disconnect, me and my sister, because we have grown apart. See, I have grown in culture, very, very different in American ways. So it's almost like even though my father raised us together, we have taken two different directions, and my dad really in a picture, he captured it. It's like two kids. We were playing in a redwood, so we went to the redwood forest because it's like my passion. My passion is to be one among the forest, my forest bonsai and stuff. So you could see in picture, right? Like two kids, that's all I saw through his eyes. How different we are. Sure. Mischievous. We were caught in our act, you could see the kids in us as well, even though we are grown people. And then I saw my sister was I asked her, hey, why did you make me come here? She says, I wanted to see you, but not necessarily have you influence me. So essentially, I want to see you, but not hear you. I mean, she said it in a very nice way. Then I got a picture, and this is exactly, she's in a slumber with her daughter, okay? So it was like a visual show and tell for me. Because my mom died exactly when she reached my sister's age. Okay? And so my mom exactly was my sister's age when she died, right now. Right now, my sister is hitting that age. And my goddaughter is exactly at the space I took off from my family. So it almost felt like the time has completed. So through my sister, I could see my mother, had she been alive, how it would be. And through my goddaughter, I could see how my life would be if I didn't have these responsibilities. So it felt very healing for me. But they don't want me to voice it because my sister said she was very scared of the way I looked, with all my gadgets and the legs, and my dad simply said to me, I'm not looking professional, but he's proud of me, but he would rather me clean up by cutting my hair, looking like very professional. I said, Dad, I can do it with a wig, if that's all you wanted. But I wanted to give him that experience because one of my goals is to be what my family asks of me. So immediately I went to Walgreens. I forgot whether it's Walgreens or Walmart. I got $1 lipstick, okay? And right in front of them, literally in 10 minutes, I took a picture, right? So it's visual show and tell. And I was saying to my dad, I said, if that's all you want of me, I can come through for you. And my husband says he doesn't want me to wear bangles. So I took off the bangles. I came through for him. So I am able to be anybody they want me to be. But I also need to be there for me. Right. That's why I'm saying it's almost like a play act. Okay, this scene number 1, this dress, scene number 2. So it's so interesting. But because one of the things I was sharing earlier is because of the work I did on myself for 21 years, I could come through for my sister in 15 minutes. I can come through for my dad in 1 hour without losing myself. And I could come through for my goddaughter, my dynamics, to show her healthy way to deal with the expectation of mother or grandfather within 72 hours. And in addition, I was working on my awareness. And one of the things I'm looking at is how many breaths it takes. Remember we spoke about it last time? Like how many breathing, or maybe even out there here. The healthy way to be is to take 1600 deep breaths per day. I think I addressed it with you guys. Awesome. So if somebody is activating you, how many breaths it takes for you to go back to your heart and come back from compassion, the answer. Sometimes it will take maybe 1 hour. Sometimes it will take you 1 day. Sometimes 3 days. It doesn't matter. For me, I found with my sister, I could regain my space in 15 minutes. With my dad, few seconds, because we were caught up. He's like kind of understanding how my operation is. With my goddaughter, not even a second. I didn't take anything. If she said something, I immediately corrected it. I said, hey, you know what? This doesn't work like this. So I was holding my power, being compassionate. So the 21 years of my work on myself produced results in 15 minutes. And I can teach you guys that because it's all about breathing space. Can I talk without getting frustrated? Can I talk without getting angry? Can I go back to that compassion in me and say, you know what, honey, I worked on myself. I know how hard life it is. You don't need to explain this. But like how I saw my sister with the daughter in deep slumber, take your time. Wake up when you want. I even told my sister, what I'm telling you probably makes sense to you 30 years later. She says, maybe, but she would rather not handle it today. And I said, yes, let me be gentle. See, the thing is, I asked her, what do you want of me? She says, enjoy how I cook. Let me see you. That's all she wanted. Don't speak unless I ask your help. But she said it in a very sweet manner. So what I understood was when she's stressed, she emotionally eats. And she's giving me as a present. And the label she wants me to put on is SDHD, self-hatred, self-denial in herself and others. And I told her, you can peel off the label. She said she's not ready. And I said, it's okay. It's okay. Take your time. But I'm going to hold that space for you. So these all fell into place for me. And that's what I saw. And I actually verbalized it. And then my father didn't see San Francisco Bridge. My flight was 9:55. And I knew immediately if I was not there to take him, he's not going to make it. So 7 o'clock, 7:30 at night, I went to San Francisco Bridge. Back and forth, we drove. He says it stresses him to know I'm going to miss my flight. I said, I would rather miss my flight, Dad, than you miss the experience. Because if you didn't get the experience, I cannot forgive myself. And this is the way I lived all my life, whether you got it or not. And so I told my sister, when we are going through San Francisco Bridge, to take a picture of my dad. And she did that. And it meant more to me than anything in this trip. And my sister said,
this is the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yes, Golden Gate, San Francisco Bridge. And she said she also had that experience. So she was the one taking the picture. He was the one who is in that when he turned his head. And I was the driver. And I felt so healed to have that get together because of my goddaughter. And so it was a completion of sort. And then I wanted to work with my awareness. So the thing that bothered me was when I landed, I was charging my phone and I left my thermos in the airport. And that bothered me also because I felt after, and it was overnight, red eye flight, because I took the flight 9:55. Until Logan, I did it. At the last minute, I lost it for a second. So then I was praying to God. I said, God, show me that, like, that you would forgive me for lack of awareness. So I got down. I told the Logan Express guy, because my husband parked my car in Framingham. So I took Framingham Logan Express, and then I picked up my car. But when I got down, I told him, I thought, would he do me a favor, the bus driver? I said, I lost my thermos. And he says, where did you lose it? I said, it was in the charging station. I came by Alaska Airlines, and there's only one place you could charge, right by the double door. And he says, oh, that's Terminal C. And I said, if you can go there, look at the thermos, bring it back to me. It'll mean a lot to me. He took my text and he went there. He texted me just now. He says he brought it back.
You got your thermos back.
So what I'm saying is, when you are following God's path, even if you do the wrong thing, it gets healed. And it was not a big deal. The thing is, the thermos actually was my husband's military thermos. He doesn't use it anymore. But I took it from him as a graceful thing he shared, and I didn't honor it. That bothered me. Because I feel I want to come through for everybody. That's what I'm working on. This year, I want to come through for each and every one of you guys. So that I told my sister, the reason I'm wearing this in the feet is this is all given by my patients. And I cannot honor it anywhere else except in my body on the feet. Because that way, I can know I have honored each one of you guys. And my husband says, don't put it on your hand. I said, okay, he wants me to be classy. Like he wants to come across. Just like how my dad said, professional. They want me to act professional. I found the only way I can act professional is put on my glasses, wear my lipstick, $1 lipstick, and my glasses. My glasses were $6.99. Zena Optical, they have glasses for $7. If that's all it takes, it's fine. But the weird part is, for some reason, that makes them think they did the right thing by me. My dad feels he's raised a nice daughter. My husband feels he's given a nice life to me. But if that's all it takes, why not? Like I'm saying, let me play that role. I'm saying, let me give it to them what they want to see in me. And it was so easy. And I didn't need to use my heart, no hard currency, no intellectual currency, no brain. And I'm a dollaritarian. I don't need to do anything except come through for me with a $2 coffee in the morning and $1 menu, $3 indulgence, and whatever my husband cooks in the evening I can eat. And that's my life. 3 times 7 is $21, my budget per week. I mean, I shouldn't say that because I do feel gas and all the other stuff.
Go with it, but
that's like my basic luxury, $21.
Right.
But I feel it's doable if I can do it, and the micro shelter is $50. Your year expenses, you could see, you can keep it under. So don't stress about money. Don't stress about family. Don't stress about things that is beyond you. Just enjoy. Life is about joy. Life is about having fun. So there is nothing complicated.
Should be.
You just have to balance your life so the drink doesn't take control of it. See, just like the first time I drove a car, that guy told me, let the car not drive you. That's the same way. Let the drink not drive you. That's all. You need to figure out at what point, how many sips later I feel drunk. Cut it down.
No, I didn't work on all that. The other thing is I come from a long line. This is very hereditary. I don't know how much that has to be predisposed to whether it be. I come from a very addictive family. So
my husband says the same thing. My eldest one's still having a problem. And that's why he chose the music, because I kind of worry that goes with the style of music, audio engineering, kind of masks these problems. So you come across normal, right? But
exactly what I've been doing.
Yeah. So I cannot redirect him. So one thing I tell him is every day morning he wakes up. I shouldn't say every day, but almost twice a week with nausea and puking and headache and hangover. My eldest one.
From drinking.
Yeah, of course. And I tell him, don't drink until your body betrays you. Like how it tremors. What I'm saying is keep it so that you are in control. And that is the trick you need to learn first.
Like beating any addiction, yes.
But then you need to know what are you passionate about. Like for me, I'm passionate about awareness, right? I mean, for me, the thing that bothered me of all the things is me losing the thermos. I mean, even though it doesn't make sense, see, everybody's working on at some level, For me, if I'm giving you advice, I need to be good at taking my advice. So even 1 minute of me losing that spark, blacking out, it's almost like a blackout in my awareness, right? It's not okay. So each time you hit a space, you say, hey, I'm proud that I reached that level, but I'm also not there yet. So you need to engage, come into the breathing space, be compassionate, do what you need to do, but at the same time, work on yourself too. It's a lot of work, but it's doable. So I feel personally, each week prioritize what you're working on. You can get there.
Yeah, keep going.
I'm so proud of you.
Well, thank you very much. It's nice to hear.
Thanks for. So what did you gain with all my sharing? Is there something specific you want to acknowledge?
Putting it in very simple terms, calm down, take things easier, don't feel so obligated, don't feel so stressed. Try to find more what I need than what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yes. You are the core, but your core has to be so strong but nobody can cast doubt at yourself.
Yeah.
Because people can unravel us quicker if we are not together.
Right.
And that's when the whole thing takes off in another direction. Because once you unravel, it's very tough to go back to that space.
Right. So do you at least agree with what I'm going to do?
Yes, of course, 100%. So the priority this week is taking care of yourself, so you give yourself space so you can heal. It's almost like going back to your cave. You're going to lick your wounds.
Yeah.
So, and also to make sure you're giving yourself the best choice so you don't get tempted.
Right.
So it's a very healthy way.
Would it be of any advantage for me to at least text you when I get where I'm
Of course,
going?
you can always keep in touch with me.
Okay.
I'm your coach. So you play the field, come and tell me, Coach, it didn't work for me. So we'll do a different game. Right?
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. You know that?
Thank you.
Yeah, I love you. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.